So you're thinking about buying the WD Black SN850X. You've heard the hype, seen the insane speed claims, and you're ready to transform your PC into an elite gaming machine. I get it. I was too. That's why I bought one, tested it for weeks, and I'm about to give you the brutally honest, no BS review. I'm going to show you the raw speed, the cool features, and the real problems you need to know about before you spend your money. For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me. After all that testing, I'm actually telling most people not to buy this drive. Let that sink in. A 4.8-star rated, top-tier NVMe SSD, and I'm starting this review by saying maybe you should skip it. Why? Because what you need and what this drive offers might be two completely different things. It's like buying a Formula One car to drive to the grocery store. Overkill comes with its own set of headaches. Therefore, stick around, because I'm about to dive deep into the performance, the dashboard software, the heatsink drama, and the one critical flaw that could make this a regretful purchase for you. Let's start with the biggest promise: speed. WD claims up to 7,300 megabytes per second. That's faster than a hiccup. I ran the benchmarks, and yes, on a supported PCIe 4.0 motherboard it screams. Game load times in titles like Cyberpunk 2077 and Alan Wake 2 were slashed. Texture pop-in, nearly eliminated. If raw data transfer is your god, this drive worships at the altar. And this is a massive but, you will only see these speeds under very specific, ideal conditions. Your motherboard needs the right slot, your CPU can't be a bottleneck, and you better not have any background tasks running. It's a diva of a drive demanding the spotlight to perform. Therefore, if your setup is more than a couple years old, you're paying for speed you'll never actually use. That's problem number one. The insane speed is context dependent. Most users are upgrading from a SATA SSD or an older NVMe drive, and the jump to this will feel huge, but not necessarily 7,300 MB huge. The law of diminishing returns hits hard here. Now, let's talk about the optional heatsink. WD markets it like it's the armor your drive needs for epic gaming battles. And look, it does help. Under sustained writes, like installing a 100 GB game, the heatsink version throttles less. It maintains that peak performance longer. But here's the joke. Buying the heatsink version is like putting a spoiler on a car that already has great aerodynamics. It looks cool, but do you need it? For 99% of gaming sessions, which are bursts of activity, the standard drive is fine. The real problem: if your motherboard already has a massive M.2 heatsink, this one might not even fit. You could be paying extra for a fancy piece of metal you have to immediately remove. Therefore, you need to check your motherboard's clearance before you choose. It's a small detail that can cause a big, frustrating build day. This brings us to the software, the WD Black dashboard. It's Windows only, which is the first hurdle for Linux users. You download it to monitor drive health, control RGB if your model has it, and enable this thing called Game Mode 2.0. Sounds awesome, right? Predictive loading, overhead balancing. It's like the drive has a psychic sports coach. But in practice, Game Mode 2.0 is finicky. It's supposed to prioritize gaming data. I enabled it, and while some games felt marginally snappier, my system stability took a weird hit. A couple of random blue screens during non-gaming tasks made me turn it off. The dashboard itself is useful for checking TBW, terabytes written, and temperature, but the flagship feature felt like a beta test. Therefore, don't buy this drive for the dashboard software. Consider it a bonus that might occasionally be useful, not a core reason to purchase. Okay, let's get to the real meat of the problems, the stuff most reviews gloss over. The first is price. At around $390 for the 4TB model, this is a premium drive. You are paying the WD Black tax for branding. There are competitors from Sabrent, Samsung, and Crucial that offer 95% of the performance for 80% of the price. The SN850X is not the value king, but the biggest issue, the one that almost made me return it, is something called write cache exhaustion. This is a technical deep dive, so bear with me. All these fast drives have a portion of superfast memory called the SLC cache. When you're moving a huge file, like a 4K video project, it flies at first, then slows down dramatically once that cache fills. The SN850X has a great cache, but when it fills, the speed doesn't just slow, it sometimes stutters. In one test, copying a 200 GB folder, the transfer graph looked like a heart rate monitor during a panic attack. Therefore, if you're a content creator moving huge video files daily, this drive's real-world sustained performance might frustrate you more than a slow HDD ever could. Now, what about those glowing 4.8-star Amazon reviews? Are they lying? No, but they're often from gamers who upgraded from a hard drive or a 5-year-old SSD. Any modern NVMe drive would feel like a miracle. The reviews praising the no-lag experience are real, but they're measuring against a much lower baseline. It's like giving a 5-star review to a fire hose because it's better than a squirt gun for putting out a house fire. True, but there are other fire hoses. My point is, the high rating reflects a great product, but not necessarily the right product for every single person watching this. So after all this negativity, who on earth should buy the WD Black SN850X? This is the resolution. If you are a hardcore gamer with a bleeding-edge PCIe 4.0 system, who wants every possible frame and the shortest possible load times, and money is a secondary concern, this drive is a fantastic choice. The speeds are legit, the build quality is excellent, and the 8 TB capacity is a game changer for hoarding games. It's powered by SanDisk, a name you can trust for NAND flash. If you fit that very specific niche, you will be thrilled. For everyone else, the mid-range builder, the value seeker, the person who just wants a reliable fast drive, there are better, less problematic options out there. Look at the SK Hynix Platinum P41 or the Samsung 990 Pro after its firmware fixes. In the end, my goal isn't to trash a good product. The WD Black SN850X is a performance beast. It crushes load times. It has innovative features. But my job is to give you the honest review, the problems, so you can make the right choice. And the right choice isn't always the one with the biggest numbers on the box. It's the one that fits your actual needs and budget without hidden frustrations. This drive is a thoroughbred racehorse, but most of us just need a reliable daily driver. So do your research, check your motherboard specs, and decide if you really need this level of elite, sometimes temperamental speed. If you've weighed all that and still want the SN850X, you can get the best price on Amazon by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.